Pro sports is not a sisterhood. It's a hard business where only one thing truly matters: market value. You're either the person bringing in money, or you're just along for the ride, depending on the one who does. For about 25 years, the WNBA has mostly been in that second category. The league has lost huge amounts of money and stayed alive largely because of NBA support. Still, a loud group of veteran players built up a strong sense of "we deserve more." Like they were worldwide superstars. Then the real money driver showed up. When Caitlin Clark hit the court, smashed viewership records, and brought massive new dollars and attention into the sport, the reaction from many of the passengers wasn't appreciation. It was a grab for control. What you're seeing now isn't a normal labor fight. It looks like a self-destructive move. Music, the WNBA Players Association, is now warning that the 2026 season could get blown up. They're pressuring billionaire owners for guaranteed max deals, housing, and a 50% share of gross revenue. Veteran leaders are also trying to sell the idea that the millions of new fans who just arrived are loyal to the union. They're betting a strike threat gives them full leverage. But that whole plan just got weakened and exposed by the same player they've tried to hold back for a year. Caitlin Clark has basically stepped around the WNBA's toxic drama. She showed up at Team USA training camp, and without trash talk, without online fights, she pulled off a smart, quiet power move that changed the whole picture. By simply showing who she is, she's making one point loud and clear: she's the only truly irreplaceable asset right now. The WNBA needs Caitlin Clark to keep growing. Caitlin Clark does not need the WNBA. If you want to understand why union executives are nervous, look at the footage coming out of this international camp. This isn't just practice video. It's a direct message to the veterans trying to pressure the league. Look at the vibe. Look at the culture on the world stage, far away from the bitterness and internal politics of the WNBPA.
They're kind of doing some drills here. Let's see them cook up for a little bit. Chelsea, no look to Caitlin. Side dribble. Main thing is they're enjoying themselves, man. I love it. Okay, Angel to Stu, easy work. It seems like Caitlin is hanging with Kelsey a lot. Paige always yelling. Paige yelling about anything these days.
You can hear the happiness in that gym. Look at the smiles. Look at how relaxed it feels. Caitlin Clark, Breanna Stewart, and the next wave of USA stars are laughing, competing, and yelling USA on 3. They look like top-level pros enjoying basketball at the highest point of their careers. Now compare that to the angry, tense, always fighting energy around the WNBA labor dispute. The veteran union leaders are pushing a non-stop mood of misery. They want the public to see them as victims of billionaire power. They want every headline filled with resentment and strike talk. The environment has gotten so messy that even union leaders are leaking letters to ESPN, asking for basic transparency. By stepping into Team USA camp and showing pure, real joy, Caitlin Clark wrecks that PR plan. She's sending a clear signal to sponsors, networks, and owners. She is the high-value, low-drama investment. While union leadership can look chaotic and divided, Clark looks like the kind of global star brands want. She's showing that the ugliness around women's basketball isn't some unavoidable rule. A lot of it is coming from a small group of veterans who don't want to lose control of the culture. Union leaders thought they could lock Clark into their labor fight and use her popularity as cover while they pressured owners. But Clark simply moved on and stepped into the biggest international spotlight available. And if you want proof of the union's mistake, look at the real market test. In business negotiations, you can't bluff a billionaire when you have no better option. Many WNBA veterans honestly believed fans would watch their product without Caitlin Clark. They tested it by launching the unrivaled 3-on-3 league, trying to prove they could pull ratings and money without number 22. Music, the results were ugly. Ratings dropped fast. A lot of viewers noticed Clark wasn't there and didn't stick around. TNT executives who invested hoping to ride the Clark wave reportedly panicked when the audience didn't show up. Even worse, key players like Aaliyah Boston got hurt in games that didn't matter. Showing the project also carried real risk. The veterans played their biggest card, and the market didn't buy it. They proved with their own move that without Caitlin Clark, their national TV value is far weaker than they believed. Now look at the opposite situation. Look at what happens when the actual main attraction is on the floor.
Mind you, look at the teams while y'all looking too. Look, Angel knocking them down, dog. I know it's quick. Caitlin with the game winner. Caitlin with the game winner, dog. Got the stun on him. Come on, man.
Caitlin hits the game winner. That's the business model right there. That's the kind of moment that makes a $2 billion media deal make sense. That's the rare talent that pulls in the global sports audience. WNBA owners and power brokers Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, Josai Matishbia, they see this Team USA footage and they add it up fast. When a billionaire watches Caitlin Clark drill a winner in a practice setting, and it instantly goes viral, they don't just see a player. They see leverage and money. So if the WNBA Players Association actually strikes on March 10th, the owners may not panic. They may not rush to give in because they know the one thing they must protect is Caitlin Clark. And right now, Clark is protected from the league's chaos. If the 2026 season gets delayed or wiped out, veteran players take the real hit. They lose paychecks, lose attention, and lose their place in the conversation. The housing demands they're making suddenly become their own problem. Many of them fade out. Caitlin Clark doesn't take the same damage. If the WNBA shuts down, she can shift her massive audience straight to international play and major events. And who holds those broadcasts? TNT Sports, the same network that backed away from Unrivaled after seeing the veterans weren't moving numbers, and then pivoted to international rights that put Clark on screen. The union is trying to gamble big without the kind of power they think they have. They're pushing billionaires while also getting exposed as a weak national TV product without their rookie point guard. That level of overconfidence is hard to ignore. And here's the part people don't like to say out loud. The strike push may not be mainly about building a better future for the majority of players. Many working-level players want a deal. Agents want a deal. A huge part of the league is waiting for contracts. Music. The hard claim is that the veteran leadership sees a lockout threat as the last tool they have to slow Caitlin Clark's momentum. Think about the old power structure. For years, they ran a small world where they set the rules, controlled the hierarchy, and shaped the stories. Music. Then Clark came in from Iowa, broke their records, and brought millions of new fans who didn't care about old traditions. She landed big endorsements. And overnight, she made the veteran group feel smaller in both culture and money. Many of them resent that. They hate that a 22-year-old changed everything so fast. And they fear what happens when she comes back for year 2 healthy, rested, adjusted, and ready to take over. A strike steals a year of her prime. It quiets the spotlight for a while. It punishes the new fans for not treating the old names like royalty. And it risks burning the media deal and hurting the whole league, just to prove the veterans still control the buttons. That's not strategy. That's envy mixed with scorched earth thinking. But Caitlin Clark just answered with the strongest move possible, without acting tough at all.
It's special for you.
Man, I think, this is every kid's dream. I think I wrote it down when I was in like 3rd grade. So just excited about this opportunity. And I remember Kara Callan talking to us like when me and Paige, and I know AB isn't here, but even I played with Ryan on the U19 team. Like on the junior national teams, there's only going to be like a couple of you that end up making it to make a senior debut. So whether that's the World Cup, whether the World Cup qualifier, whether that's, the Olympics, every single part of it and part of the journey is really special. So I know we're a ways away even from the World Cup and obviously a ways away from the Olympics, but this is still really exciting in itself and kind of the
4. Listen to how powerful that public statement is. She calls it a dream for every kid. She shows respect for the chance. She talks like a student of the game and stays fully professional on the biggest stage. That approach destroys the last storyline the veterans want to push. The old guard wants to label Clark as entitled. They want to label her fans as the problem. They want to make themselves look like the noble protectors of history. But Clark won't play that role. She won't fight online. She won't jump into drama. She stands in front of international media and acts like a calm, respectful pro. And that makes the union side look messy by comparison, like a group fighting over scraps, leaking passive-aggressive letters, and damaging the sport they claim to protect. By returning through Team USA, Clark also steps outside the WNBA's direct control. The FIBA qualifiers are a major global TV product. She's about to play meaningful basketball on international television, with top talent, without the constant WNBA politics, hard fouls, and jealousy talk. Meanwhile, the WNBA is sitting on a self-destruct button, and veteran leaders are threatening to hit it on March 10th. They're acting like if they threaten to blow everything up, billionaires will fold. But Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, and ownership groups aren't focused on the veterans. They're focused on Clark, standing outside the blast zone, ready to grow her brand worldwide and bring huge value to the networks that follow her. If the WNBA forces a lockout, they won't be remembered as heroes fighting greed. They'll look like the people who wrecked their own momentum, pushed away new fans, and forced owners to reshape the sport in ways that could remove player leverage long-term. When the dust clears and the league crawls back to the table, Caitlin Clark will still be the biggest draw. And the veterans who tried to silence her may be the ones staring at unemployment and realizing they played themselves. The media cover story is falling apart. The idea of veteran sisterhood is cracking. The business truth is simple. You either move the needle or the machine moves past you. I want your take. Drop a comment. Is the WNBA union pushing toward a lockout mainly because they can't handle Caitlin Clark's dominance? Will the veterans really go through with a move that hurts their own money? Or will billionaire owners crush them at the deadline? And how big will the global ratings be for Clark's Team USA debut if the WNBA is falling apart at the same time? Tell me below. If you want blunt talk about sports business, boardroom power games, and stories mainstream sports media avoids, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this everywhere. No soft PR spins here. We talk about what's really happening. Stay ready. I'll see you in the next.